Good day. Today we're going to discuss the double integrals in polar coordinates. Okay, so suppose that you are going to evaluate the double integrals in a given region of the f of x, y, dA, where the r is one of what you call this one, the regions being illustrated in this presentation. So in these cases, the description of the R in terms of the rectangular coordinates is uh, complicated, but the R is can be easily described using the polar coordinates. So if you can recall that the polar coordinates are theta of a point are related to rectangular coordinates x y with the by the ex the equation you have r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared, where our x is r cosine theta and y is equal to r sine theta. Okay, so as we can see here, okay, in uh, for example, in our first figure, figure A, okay, and you have also our figure B. These are what we call this one, special cases. For example, in our first figure, you have R is a set of R theta, where R is greater than equal to 0 but less than equal to 1, and theta is greater than 0, greater than equal to 0 but less than equal to 2 pi. Okay. And for the second figure, you have the set of r theta, where r is greater than equal to 1 but less than equal to 2, and the theta is greater than or equal to 0 but less than equal to pi. Now, these are what they call this one, um, special cases of polar rectangle, where our r is a set of r theta, where r is greater than equal to a but less than equal to b, and our theta is greater than alpha, greater than equal to alpha but less than equal to beta. So in order to compute the double integral uh, in the region R of f of x y dA, where the R is the polar rectangle, we are going to divide the interval, uh, divide the interval AB, okay, into m subintervals. Okay, so these subintervals would be R sub I minus 1, R sub I. Okay, and this would be should be and this should be in equal width, and that width would be uh, the denominator of your uh, change of R, or the delta R, where our delta R would be expressed as uh, B minus A all over M. Okay. And then we divide the interval, the angle, okay, alpha beta, into n subintervals. And these n subintervals would be theta sub j minus 1, j theta, or theta sub j rather, of of course equal width, uh, and this width would be the uh, denominator of your change of the theta, where the change of the theta would be alpha minus beta minus alpha all over the n. Okay, so This would be the illustration. So in this case, as we can see here, so this would be the R, the region of the R. Okay. And then we have here the alpha and the beta. Okay. So in this case, this would be the width, okay, of your theta, which is equal to beta. And this would be the width of the alpha, which is equal to the theta equal to the alpha. Okay. And our R, okay, here is you have equal to B, and here you have equal to A. Now, if we are going as what we mentioned a while ago, that we're going to divide this one, the width, so our A, this would be our A, and this would be our B. So that's why you have B minus A all over M. And then for this case, you have um, beta minus the alpha divided by N. Okay. So the circles, as you can see here, we have two circles. You have R, okay, is equal to R sub I, and the raise theta, which is equal to theta sub j, divide the polar rectangle R into small polar rectangles. And these small polar rectangles would be this one. Okay, this one. Okay, now, of course, the center of the polar subrectangle would be expressed as this one. So you have r sub ij, which is equal to the set r theta, where our r is equal to r sub I minus 1, but less than equal to r sub I. And the theta would be greater than equal to theta sub j minus 1, but less than or equal to theta sub j. And if we are going to convert this one, uh, and not to convert, these, what we call this one, region has the polar coordinates of, you have here the um, r sub I star, which is equal to one half of the, what we call this one, r sub I minus 1 plus r sub I, and our theta would be equal to one half of the theta sub j minus 1 plus plus theta sub j. So if we are going to compute the area of the r sub ij using this information, okay, that the area of the sector, okay, of the circle with the radius r and the central theta is equal to one half r squared theta. Now, subtracting the areas of two such sectors, each of which has the central angle of, you have um, theta sub j minus theta sub j minus 1. Okay, so if we are going to calculate the area of the r sub ij, so we have this one. So you have there the area of uh, the change of the a sub I, which is equal to this one. So this is what I mentioned a while ago that we're going to subtract. So you have uh, one half of uh, r sub I squared change of theta, okay, minus the one half of r squared of I minus 1 times the change of the theta, which is equal to, just simplify, we have the common. So you have the theta. So you have one half of the r sub I squared minus R sub I minus 1 squared, change of theta, which is equal to, we have this one, a difference of two squares, and then that would be our R sub I star times the change of our R times the change of the theta. Okay, so although that we have defined the double integral, okay, so you have double integral in our region, okay, of x f of x y dA in terms of the ordinary rectangles. Okay, we can have uh we are actually what we call this one, describing, okay, the uh a double integral of the coordinates, polar coordinates rather, for the continuous function f. Okay, we can always obtain the same answer using polar coordinates. So the rectangular coordinates of the center of r sub uh, ij are, you have the, what we call this one, um r sub I star cosine theta j star, r sub I star sine theta j star. So we can express this one as Riemann sum. So the Riemann sum would be this one. So you have here the summation from uh, I is equal to 1 to m, and then uh, the summation from j is equal to 1 to n of f of, this is what I mentioned a while ago, uh, r sub I star cosine theta j star, r sub I star sine theta j star, change of a sub I, which is just equal to, so you have the double summation from 1 to m and 1 to n. Okay, so you have the f of r sub I star cosine theta sub j star, r sub I star sine theta sub j star times the r sub I star change of r change of theta. Okay, so in this case, if we are going to write the g of r theta, which is equal to r of rf of uh, r cosine theta, r sine theta, then we could have this, what they call this one, equation, okay, in Riemann sum, okay, be written as this one, because we are just going to substitute. Okay, so in this case, the Riemann sum for the double integral would be this one. So you have the double integral of, from alpha to beta, okay, of the integral from a to b of g of r theta dr d theta. Okay. Therefore, we could have this one. So the double integral of the r region of the f of xy dA, which is equal to the limit of the double summation from 1 to m, 1 to n of f of uh, r sub I star cosine theta sub j star, r sub I star sine theta sub j star times the change of a sub I, where our m and n approaching uh, to infinity. So operate, this one would be, okay, this one would be substituted by our g, which is g of uh, r sub I star theta sub j star. Okay, um, change of r change of theta, which would be you have the g of r theta dr d theta, which would be just equal to the double integral from alpha to beta, okay, and integral from a to b f of r cosine theta, r sine theta, r dr d theta. Okay, so in this case, we could have this one. So the change of the polar coordinates in the double integral, if f is continuous on the polar rectangle r, given by a greater than equal to 0 but less than equal to b less than equal to r, and the theta is greater than equal to alpha but less than equal to beta, where the beta minus alpha is greater than equal to 0 but less than equal to 2 pi, then the double integral in R region of f of xy dA is equal to the double integrals for the integral from alpha to beta, a to b, f of r cosine theta, r sine theta, r dr dt. Okay. Now, this what we call this one, this formula, okay, um, we can say that we convert from rectangular to polar coordinates in a double integral by writing that x is equal to r cosine theta and y is equal to r sine theta, using the appropriate limits of integration for the r and the theta by replacing this one, the r and theta, as dA, um, wrong. Uh, Replacing dA by the r dr d theta. So we have to be careful not to forget the additional factor r, okay, on the right side of this formula. Okay, so the what we call this one, the usual method or the classical method for remembering this, okay, where the infinitesimal polar rectangle can be thought of as an ordinary rectangle with dimension r, d theta, and dr, and therefore the area of the uh, dA would be equal to r dr d theta. Okay, so let's have an example. So we have here evaluate the double integral of r region of uh, 3 the quantity 3x plus 4y squared dA, where r is the region of in the upper half plane bounded by the circles x squared plus y squared is equal to 1 and x squared plus y squared is equal to 4. Okay, now in this example we need to what we call this one, since we are asked to evaluate the double integral of 3x plus 4y squared dA. Okay, so first, we need to what we call this one. Um, in this case, um, there is a, as you can see, the plane, the R is the region in the upper half plane bounded by the circles x squared plus y squared is equal to 1, x squared plus y squared is equal to 4. So in other words, this is a ring shape, okay, between the two circles. What we call this one? Two circles centered at the origin. So in this case, we can have, for our solution, we can say that the the inner boundary, okay, of the circle, radius 1. So for the inner boundary, say um, inner. So you have uh, radius equal to 1, and uh, because we have the x squared plus y squared is equal to 1. Okay. Now, the upper, the outer, okay, the outer is, you have r is equal to 2, since you have the equation x squared plus y squared is equal to 4. Okay. Now, take note that since according to the problem, we only have the upper half plane. So since we have upper half plane, we have y should be greater than or equal to 0. Okay. So in this case, the region is defined by circles center at the origin. So the polar coordinates is ideal. So for this case, we are going to have the polar coordinate transformation. Okay, so to transform, we have x. Our x would be equal to r cosine theta. And then our y would be equal to r sine theta. In other words, our dA would be equal to, you have uh, r dr d d theta rather. It should be d theta. Okay. So in this case, our what we call this one, the r in polar coordinates is bounded by, you have, this will be our boundaries. So you have r greater than or equal to 1 but less than or equal to 2. Okay. So this would be between the two circles. And then we have the upper half plane. So for the upper half plane, we have the theta is greater than equal to 0 but less than equal to pi, because you only have the upper half plane. Okay. So in this case, we can now convert the integrand to the polar coordinates. So take note that you have what we call this one, uh, 3x plus 4y squared. So this is our integrand. So this can be expressed as our x is r cosine theta. So you have 3r cosine theta plus uh, 4, you have r sine theta quantity squared. So in other words, we could have the integrand as 3r cosine theta plus 4r squared sine theta, sine squared theta rather. Okay. So in this case, we can now set up our integral. So you have the double integral, okay, of the R region. So that is, you have 3x plus 4y squared dA is just equal to, you have the integral from 0 to pi, integral from 1 to 2 of, you have 3r cosine theta plus 4r squared sine theta, sine square theta rather. So this would be enclosed dr, r rather, r dr d theta. Okay. So in this case, since you have r, so that would be as a factor. So you have the double integral from 0 to pi, from 1 to 2. So multiply the r. So you have um, 3r squared cosine theta plus 4r cubed sine squared theta dr d theta. Okay. So in this case, we can now integrate with respect to the r. So in this case, we have from 0 to pi. So since it's respect to r, the cosine theta and the sine squared theta would be the constant. So um you have uh the integral of r 3r squared, that would be equal to r cubed. Okay, cosine theta plus you have uh r raised to 4, because uh, 3 plus 1, that's what we call this one, 4, and then the denominator is 4, so divide out the 4. So you have r raised to 4 sine squared theta. Of course, that would be from 1 to 2. Okay, so we have the theta. Okay, so if we are going to substitute, okay, subtract. So what we have here is you have, okay, the integral from 0 to pi. So you have what? 8 cosine 8 cosine theta plus 16 sine squared theta minus you have cosine theta plus sine squared theta, d theta. So simplify. So you have um, 7 cosine theta minus, plus rather, 15 sine squared theta. Okay. So you have um, from 0 to pi, then you have from our solution on the previous slide. So you have 7 uh, 7 cosine theta plus 15 sine squared theta the theta. Okay. So in this case, we can have what we call this one, um, we can separate. So you have um, the integral from 0 to pi of 7 cosine theta d theta plus the integral from 0 to pi 15 sine squared theta d theta. Okay, so we can have the um, 7 cosine theta d theta. So that would be 7 sine theta. Okay, so for the first part, so you have 7 uh, sine theta. For in this case, we only have the sine from 0 to pi. Plus, here, we are going to, you have the 15. 15. And then, um, what we call this one, the sine squared theta can be, we are going to look for, we are going to substitute the sine squared theta by its identity. So, identity from 0 to pi, the identity of sine squared theta would be uh, 1 minus cosine 2 theta over 2. Okay, because you have sine squared theta, the theta. So you have 7 sine theta from 0 to pi plus 15. Um, in this case, 1 half minus cosine 2 theta over 2. So we have, if we are going to integrate, we have common factor of 1 half. So we can have 15 over 2. And you have theta minus, um, what's this? Sine 2 theta over 2 from 0 to pi. So substitute. So you have sine theta by from 0 to pi. So sine pi is equal to 0. And then sine 0 is equal to 0. So 0, 7 times 0 is equal to 0. Okay. Plus, in this case, you have 15 over 2 times, you have uh, pi minus 0 minus 0 plus 0. Okay. So in other words, for our final answer, um, you have, um, dito na lang. Uh, so just to have this one, so you have